Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning so far. I got a new desk here in the office, so I was going to turn my whole office around, but I didn't. So I just got a new desk, and the camera's not perfect. It's not set up perfectly yet, but I'm working on it, getting this together here. So I got a new desk here. I'm also getting I bought like a monitor thing to put back here so I could look up instead of looking, because I'm looking down at my computer, which is in front of me, which you guys can't see. But I'm getting something so that the computer's up here, so I'm actually looking at the screen, even during my videos, so like the information's here. So I don't have to look this way. I have a big monitor here, and no one cares. Anyway, so good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning. Rick, how are you? Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're staying warm. Matt Ryan, how are you? Good morning. Felicia, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Sandy, how you doing? Good to see you here. Hope you guys are having a lovely Buffalo Sunday morning. Roger, good morning to you. Hope you are doing very well. Got Mandy out here. Good morning, Mandy. How are you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful Sunday morning. Everybody's doing really well. Got some fun cruise news today. I have to fix like the frame a little bit too here because I see like a corner of the wall over there. Let's see if I can do this without it being obnoxious. There we go. Just zoom in a little bit. That's all. So you don't see the parts of the wall that aren't painted, hiding stuff in the background. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Tony Diaz, how are you? No one will slap you here, Tony. This is a slap-free zone for Tony Diaz. You are safe here. I have no idea. People, I get the weirdest text messages sometimes. I regret sometimes giving out my cell phone number. I get some really weird text messages. Lacey, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Hope everything's going well over there for you. Getting all your training done. Fred and Lisa, good morning. Hope you are doing well. How are you guys doing? I feel like we haven't talked in a while. How's everything going? How you guys feeling? Let me know over there. All right, so we got some fun cruise news to go through this morning. So let's get on it. First bit of cruise news we got is there is a new Dominican Republic cruise terminal that is being developed. So everybody knows there is Puerto Plata, there is La Romana, which is another cruise terminal there. I love Puerto Plata. It's one of my favorite, like, I like to call them like man-made cruise ports, right? Where it's not so much an island where you're going out and exploring the island, though you could. I just like that one as like a cool stop if you just want to pop off the ship for a little bit. A lot of times when you're on cruises a lot, I have to work. So I'm not doing like a 4-hour, 5-hour excursion 99% of the time. I'm popping off for like an hour or two. I want to walk around, get a feel for things, experience a little bit outside the port there. Sometimes you just have a ton going on. I don't have a ton of time. So I really enjoy Puerto Plata. So that's one of my favorites. So now Dominican Republic is investing in a new cruise port. So Dominican's it's actually a very pretty large country there. If you've never been to the Dominican Republic, it's attached to Haiti there. So we got some information here. They had 2.6 million cruise passengers in 2024. It was up from 1.5 million in 2023. That's amazing. Puerto Plata got 80% of those 2.6 million cruise passengers. So they want to kind of keep the momentum going and spread the wealth a little bit, excuse me, around the Dominican Republic. I'm going to cough real quick. So, all right, got it out. So they are doing a groundbreaking ceremony for Barahona. I think that's how you pronounce that. Cruise terminal that is in the southern part of Dominican Republic, not the northern part of Dominican Republic like Puerto Plata. So this is really interesting. So it adds another little part of the country for them to get some tourism in. It's called the Pearl of the South down there in Barahona. It's also known for beautiful coastal scenery, which is going to be great. It's also known for coffee in the mountainsides there, which is also something really cool. Dominican Republic has really good coffee. So if you want to go down there, you can go check out some coffee plantations. This is also going to follow the new development of the port, the newer port in Cabo Rojo. These names, I'm telling you. So then we're going to have 4 cruise ports in the Dominican Republic. You'll have La Romana, Puerto Plata, Cabo Rojo, and this new Barahona. So this will be really great. Cabo Rojo had its first cruise ships in 2024 with NCL, Royal, and Holland American all checking that one out. And that has beautiful white, pristine beaches. Norwegian and Royal are increasing calls to Cabo Rojo in 2025 and 2026. And then Costa, Holland, MSC are all scheduling to Cabo Rojo as well. They're expected to get about 100,000 tourists, cruise passengers in 2025. This is great. I love going to the Dominican Republic. It's an easy port to get to. Can even get there from Bayonne. We've done it from Bayonne before, when like during hurricane season on a 7-day cruise, which is really great. Kevin and Carrie Ann, how are you guys doing? Hope you are having a wonderful day. Fred and Lisa said, doing great. Lisa's in good shape. Waiting for the doctor to give us the okay to cruise, and then you're getting a phone call. Woohoo! That's awesome. I can't wait. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm glad everybody's feeling good. It's really, really nice. Mandy said, we're going on the Carnival Pride in 34 days. What are your thoughts on the ship and food if you've been on her? So Carnival Pride, a little bit of an older ship, not terribly old. I have not been on Carnival Pride. I've been on Valor, Legend, Jubilee, Venezia, and Celebration. But those older ships, look, here's my feeling on older Carnival ships. I've been blown away by the food on Carnival in my last 3 or 4 cruises that I've been on Carnival. I thought the food was great. Look, here's the thing. You're going to see some wild things, right? I said it in a bunch of my last vlogs when we were doing the vlogs from Celebration. It's my like new tagline with Carnival. It's Carnival. You'll see some stuff. It's great. You're going to have a good time. It's amazing people watching, right? It's fun. You're going to have a lot of fun on the ship. The ship looks good. I've seen recently I was doing some research. I wanted to go do some more ship tours. So I was checking out a lot of the Carnival fleet to see if I could just go hit places, like if I got down to Miami or Port Canaveral or anywhere a day early, trying to like plan in some ship tours. So I was looking at Carnival Pride. It looks nice. I think you're going to have a great time. Just be aware that you will see some out-of-pocket stuff, and don't let that ruin your cruise. It's totally fine. You're going to see people acting poorly sometimes. It's okay. Just avoid it and go about your business. You're going to have fun. Don't worry. The food, I think, is going to be great. So I've not been on her, unfortunately, so I can't give you a more confident opinion, but that's my opinion. I think you'll have a great time. Charlie, good morning. Sitting in the Manhattan hotel room, about to head to Brooklyn to get on the Meraviglia. Charlie, that is amazing. I hope you have a great day. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good day to board. You might get some rain. What's the weather like there in Brooklyn right now? It's getting windy here, which is weird. Let's check out Brooklyn, kids. Let's see what it's like in Brooklyn. These live shows, I'm telling you. I just take things off the rails. Weather.com. If I could just type in Brooklyn, if you would let me type in Brooklyn, it'd be really great. Yeah, Charlie said gale force winds. Yeah, same here, right? Obviously, you're going to come down past Philly. We're getting rain tonight as well. Look, it doesn't matter. I've said it a million times. I think on each of my last 12 cruises, I've had rain, like a significant amount of rain. Go on a great cruise ship like Meraviglia. There's plenty of indoor space. You got the whole promenade there. Everything will be great. It's going to be awesome. Don't worry. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. I miss Meraviglia. It's a great ship. Good morning, Robin. How are you doing? Hope everything is going well over there in Vermont. Robin said, any idea how much longer Meraviglia will be in New York? I honestly don't know. I'm hoping not that much longer, because I can't go. How many more times can I go on Meraviglia? I enjoy Meraviglia. I'm happy to go on it again, but the content isn't going to be great because I've been on it a bunch of times. I am hoping so. We know for a fact that it'll be here through 25 through 26. It is leaving for the summer of 2026. It is going to the Mediterranean. I have not, it's supposedly coming back in November. I have not heard any plans that they're replacing that with another ship for the summer. I would think it'd be really weird if they didn't, because it's doing well up there. I would love to get Grandiose up here, very similar to Meraviglia, but different shows. different things going on. So that would be really nice. I would love to get Seashore or Seascape up here. It seems like those are fine size-wise because we could do, obviously, Oasis class out of New Jersey. So I don't see any limitations there. I don't know what the plans are for MSC. They are very tight-lipped, as evidenced by my inaugural cruise that I'm going on where I have no information. So Charlie said, yep, gale force winds, worried our first night might be in port. Maybe. It'd be nice to get out of New York at least and get out there into the ocean if it's not too bad, because then you can at least not get a VAT tax or do anything. Yeah, even Tony said wind and lots of rain tonight. Same here. It's the same thing. So it's going to be that way probably pretty much your whole first day. So who knows? Mandy said, have you heard when the port in Philadelphia is going to be up and running? Yes, April of next year. She will be up and running. I'm trying to get in touch with somebody at the port to see if we could do some like tours and get some information. I'm going to reach out to NCL this week as well. Anyway, I'm going to reach out to our rep about coming on the live stream on Wednesdays, one of the next couple Wednesdays, because I have a few NCL cruises coming up. I have Prima. Obviously, me and AJ are going on Prima. AJ and I are going on Prima on April 1st. And then August, I'm on Aqua. And then next year, I'm on 2 of those cruises out of Philly. So, I'm on Getaway too in June. So lots of stuff going on for NCL for me. But I would like, I'm going to guess everything's going to be done there by February or March. So I'm really going to try to get some, if I can get down there and get some content, maybe, if they'll let me do my drone and stuff like that. But we shall see. Hopefully it will be open soon. Carnival's going to be there too, which is very interesting. I haven't heard any information about ships or anything. I have to look into that as well. Maybe we'll get Bentley, our Carnival rep, on again as well. Let's see what we can find out. I'm also reaching out to some Philly-based influencers. Dare I use the term influencers? I'm reaching out to some Philly people to see if they want to do some videos together to collaborate on some food things and some hotels and different things in Philly. We can do them ourselves, but I thought it'd be cool to do some collaborations with people that are like experts in the hotel and food space in Philly. Since we're here and we can go around and try a bunch of different restaurants and stuff, I thought it'd be really fun. So we shall see. Anyway, Charlie, I hope you have a wonderful cruise, and I hope you don't get stuck in the port the whole time. So next up, the Brilliant Lady. I think we talked about it a little bit on Wednesday. The Brilliant Lady is preparing for her debut, and they have announced the shows on there. There's going to be 7 electrifying shows on the Brilliant Lady. They're going to have shows in the Red Room, which is the theater, and those shows are going to be Red Hot, which is a high-energy musical review tracing Virgin's 50-year legacy through Virgin Music, Virgin Records. Very, very cool. They're going to have a show called Out of Time. This is a collaboration between Virgin and No Ceilings. It's a time-traveling comedy show. I'm a little worried about that, but we shall see. Then they're going to have some shows in the Manor, which is Up with a Twist, which is like a 20s Roaring 20s show. And Murder in the Manor, this sounds really, really interesting. It's heavily influenced by today's true crime fascination and 80s murder mystery novels. It's going to be an immersive theater with murder mystery, dancing, a whole bunch of stuff. It sounds really cool. I'm interested to see that. They're also going to have shows in there called Duets. Pretty obviously what that one's about. A show called Electric, which is going to be a lot of fluorescent strobes, a bunch of different things like a jellyfish parade. Virgin does it weird. And then a disco show where it's going to be a big show and then immediately afterwards a big disco party, which is fun. And then they're going to reimagine 2 things, which are the Scarlet Night Red Room Glow Up and the Dual Reality Show, which is like an acrobatic show. So those are things coming to Brilliant Lady, which is going to be debuting very, very soon. It's amazing for how slow things go by sometimes. It's amazing to see how quickly these new ships come out and everything kind of moves along. Craig said, hi, John, late, but here, what insurance do you get for MSC? So I use Allianz Insurance. That's what we sell here. We have the ability to sell several insurances. So I go through this a lot, but I'll give you the quick rundown. We have the ability to sell Arch insurance with Dream Vacations, which is like the people that they Dream Vacations, which we own a Dream Vacations franchise, which they have an affiliation with. If you book a cruise through us, you can book that Dream Vacations insurance. Generally speaking, it's about 10% of your cruise fare. There's not a lot of variation that goes into that insurance. The rates and the limits and everything are okay. I haven't had any issues with it. I haven't heard anybody rave about it. It's just fine. But in order to use that insurance with us, you have to book your cruise with us. We also sell Allianz insurance, which I love. I think it's great. None of them are that. It's all insurance, right? So none of them are, nobody loves insurance. So I've heard nothing but good things. I had a client of mine who had to use it just about 2 weeks ago. He emailed me, asked me for the information to file a claim. I sent him the link. He had missed, his flight got delayed. He missed his hotel, had to go right to the cruise. The next day, his flight got delayed overnight. So he wound up going right to the cruise ship and filed a claim for his hotel airfare for his hotel stay. And they approved it immediately and everything was good. So I enjoy Allianz. We can also sell Faye, which is fine as well. I just prefer Allianz. The other thing is, for me, I generally don't recommend the cruise line insurance because, let's be honest, the cruise lines, to me, it's almost like a conflict of interest, right? They don't have your best interest. They're going to do whatever not that all insurance companies are going to do whatever they can to deny your claim. It's the basis of insurance. But I find that with the cruise line insurance, it's just more of a hassle. And I like to separate those two things, the cruise and the insurance. Cruise lines are about 10% as well of your cruise. So Allianz is based on your age and variables and different things like a normal insurance would be. Long-winded explanation. Kim said, is it safe to say that one of the difference between Allianz and the cruise line protection is that Allianz can cover your flights, cruise, and excursions? So the cruise line, if you book your flights through the cruise line, they will cover those. Same with your excursions, they'll cover those. But yeah, if you do things outside of that, so your flights, your hotels, anything, I can give you insurance from Allianz on your entire trip. So your flights, all your hotel stuff. And then again, you could do yearly insurance. So my rule of thumb is if you're going on more than 2 trips and you're around my age, I'm in my 50s. So if you're around my age, if you're going on 2 cruises a year or 2 big trips a year, it's better to do yearly insurance. With Allianz, I could sell you yearly insurance based on either $3,000, $5,000 per trip, whatever it is, right? You have to figure out what's the best for you. And then you're good there. But yeah, it's a pretty good point, Kim. So there you go on that. Next up for cruise news, Royal Caribbean continues to innovate and find ways to charge you more money. So they've added skip the line shore excursions. These are being called Royal Signature excursions in the Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe. So they are giving you more of a once-in-a-lifetime memory and will allow you to skip the lines. These collection of new shore excursions will have expert local guides and renowned service. You're going to be immersed in culture and include premium transportation, skip the line privileges, and smaller groups. So if you ever talk to me about booking a cruise, one of the things that I always talk to people about before they go on their cruise is finding a smaller group excursion. It's one of the reasons that before you go on your cruise, more than likely, I'm going to send you a link for a bunch of excursions through Viator. The reason we use Viator is so people say, well, do you make more money off of Viator? It doesn't really matter. Most of the cruise lines, we can get a small commission on excursions if we book them for you. So it doesn't really come down for money for us. And look, the difference is going to be like $6. So it's probably more work for me to put together that list of excursions than it is for the money that I get back if you book through Viator, because we get a small commission on those as well. It doesn't really matter to me. We're just trying to give you the best experience. So for the Viator ones, the reason I send those over is because they're smaller group excursions. If you go on a standard cruise excursion, it might be 30, 40, 50 people. If you go on the Viator ones, I'm picking out excursions that are generally 10 to 14 people. So you're going to get hung up with like those big groups where somebody always delays and makes you late for everything. So they will have these available, like I said, in Caribbean, Alaska, and Europe. They, I'm sure, will be very expensive. If anybody has seen the prices, let me know. I'd be eager to hear what those prices are. I'm sure they are expensive. It's funny, we went to book the Key. Judy was here last night, and we were booking airfare for our Icon cruise. Sorry, Tony, in May, and we booked our airfare, we booked our dining package, and then we went to book the Key, which I had looked at the day before, was $38 a day, which is like my limit, and it's $53 a day. It went up, so we wound up not booking it, which is crazy. It's just getting crazy. Excursions and everything are getting crazy. Tony said, I buy an annual plan from Allianz. Yeah, it's great. It's really good coverage. They're easy to work with. I enjoy them. They're very nice. Speaking of Royal Caribbean, Symphony of the Seas got a almost failing score on their CDC report, which I thought was weird. I was on that ship twice last year. I didn't see any issues. Obviously, I'm not looking behind the scenes. But they got a really terrible score. And they have released information that they have developed a action plan. They've submitted it to the CDC. Their score was an 86, 85 is failing. So they got hit with a bunch of sanitation issues, including improper food storage, hygiene lapses, mishandled GI reports. I found all this strange. We did the behind the scenes tour. Everything looked great. But again, I'm not seeing, what they're looking for. So they submitted a corrective action report to Royal Caribbean, and then they put a plan together to fix all those issues. So they, the critical corrections are properly handling the GI cases, which are like norovirus, anybody that gets sick, reinforcing strict illness exclusion. So if you are sick, if you have a child that's sick, they cannot come back to the Adventure Ocean without medical clearance. They were letting kids back in there that were still symptomatic. They're eliminating cross-contamination risks. Johnny Rockets was the big area there that was having an issue where the raw meat was being handled improperly. That's being fixed. They're removing rotten products from provision storage, which I think happens everywhere. People just don't filter those things out quickly enough. So then you have moldy fruit right next to the good fruit, which is not good. And they're enforcing stricter checks during food loading process. They are fixing their improper food storage, improving sanitation, a bunch of different things. But hopefully they're getting these things fixed to make everything better on that ship. I am really kind of surprised post-pandemic, where everybody was, during the pandemic, as we were coming out of the pandemic in 21, 22, everybody was so keyed up on washing your hands and making sure everything was cleaner and all these different things. And I feel like it's really taken a step backwards, and you're seeing the rise of people getting sick and noro cases and stuff. I don't know why it's so hard to just tell people to wash their hands. Look, you can't come into a food area unless you wash your hands. If you are an employee or you're a person on a cruise, you should have to sign something that says, before I go into any of these food areas, I will wash my hands. It takes it's supposed to take 2 minutes, whatever, 20 seconds, but just wash your hands. It's not that difficult. And remember, the Purell does not stop you from getting norovirus. It does not kill norovirus. Only soap does. So Mandy said, when do you think is good to board Carnival? You mean like what time, Mandy? Doesn't matter. They're pretty strict. Carnival, shockingly, is one of the cruise lines that actually makes you stick to your boarding time and your check-in time. So it doesn't matter. You'll be good. I usually get on Carnival somewhere around 12:30, so I'm not stuck in the initial rush, and I don't have to fight my way up to the buffet there. So I try to get on Carnival around 12:30, 1 o'clock. That way I can kind of drop my stuff off in my room, take a breath, and then go get something to eat. Tony said he mentioned Icon, time to leave. I know. I said I was sorry, Tony. I said I was sorry. So sorry. Next up, Royal Caribbean is committed to giving you easier free cruises. This is one of the things that drives me nuts. Funny when I say free food and not included food, people get so triggered. But when people say they got a free casino cruise, we're not allowed to get upset by that. Guys, that's not a free cruise. you gambled way more money than the cruise to get that free cruise. So I'm kidding. I know that it's a free cruise, but it's not really. So they are doing, if you reach Prime status or higher in the casino loyalty program, you are automatically going to get a free cruise. It's used on most sailings, but of course there's blackout dates like anything else. You will get instant certificates, which are a list of free sailings based on your play. And you can also get targeted offers in your email. It's been really hard to do that on any of the new ships like Icon, Star, any of those. They've all been specifically excluded from the free cruise benefit. They rarely show up on targeted offers. And other than that, it's going to the high roller list. So Icon class sailings, they have said, are going to become easier to earn. So starting in January, players started getting targeted offers for these on Icon and Star in September through December of 25. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means the bookings are slowing down a little bit on those, or if they're just trying to make them more accessible for some of their casino people. But again, it appears that it's changed a little bit. We shall see what happens. It appears that they are becoming more and more prevalent, especially on the April lists. So if you are getting your casino offers, look for your April and May ones, and you are going to have some options to go on Tony Diaz's favorite class of cruise ship. So there you go. That should be pretty interesting. Sandy said, we buy coverage from Allianz. It covers our household for the year, and the important coverages are $500 for the medical. Yep. Flight cancellations for around $500 a year. It's not bad at all. I mean, it's good. The 500K transport is the big one for me. That's why I always recommend Allianz. And the 50K medical is very good too. So that's good. Sandy said, I can vouch my free casino cruises are prepaid by my losses. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Look, we all know it. We're going there. And look, if you're going on the cruise, you know about how much it's going to cost for another cruise. So if you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, I know another cruise is going to cost me, especially going on Icon or something, it's going to cost me $10,000. So I'm just going to spend the 10K in the casino, see if I can win, and then parlay that into my next cruise. If that is good for you, and as long as you understand that that's the situation and how it works, by all means, have fun. I enjoy going to the casino. I enjoy myself a lot. I have fun there, and I treat it like it's entertainment. So I just got a text message from Peter, and he got his AJ is greater than John t-shirt that I sent him. That is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So here's Peter with his little AJ is better than John shirt on. So funny. How great is that? Too funny. So got a couple more cruise news stories here. Next up, Norwegian has officially accepted the Aqua. It is the first of the Prima Plus class cruise ships, which if you don't know what that means, it means that the Aqua is about 10% larger than Prima. Prima I'll be on again in just a few weeks. I was on Prima for the inaugural in 2022, and I left that ship feeling really weird about Prima. I thought some of the venues were really beautiful, like Hudson's is one of the main dining rooms in the back. They have floor-to-ceiling windows. It was just a beautiful, beautiful room. I thought La Bistro was really pretty. I thought some of the dining options were great, like Palomar. The theater was really cool. I thought the musical, that was Donna Summer musical that was on there, was great, but even though that's gone now anyway. There was just a lot of like dead ends and weird spots, and I wasn't crazy about the design aesthetic of like this muted like beige and blue. And I just didn't know who that ship was for. And apparently a lot of other people felt that way. So they listened. They couldn't change anything on Viva, but they listened, and they made Aqua about 10% larger than Prima. They fixed, hopefully, some of those issues. And Aqua is now ready to go. It is 1,056 feet long. It is 156,000 gross tons. And one of the things that's really nice about Norwegian on some of these newer ships is it only holds about 3,500 people. That's a big ship for 3,500 people. They want to really optimize space, free space for people to move around so things aren't as crowded. I appreciate that. Prioritizes open spaces, modern design, high staffing levels. So you're going to see, again, all the same big hits of the dining. They do have a brand new Prince show called Revolution, a celebration of Prince. It's an immersive tribute show to Prince. They do have Elements, which is a good show. It's not my favorite show, but it's a good show. And it does have an Aqua slide coaster, which is a fusion between a roller coaster and a water slide. Sounds really cool. I will be on the Aqua in August, and then Luna is already the next ship. The float, it's already done its float out. That is expected to launch in 2026, and that is going to be 10% larger as well, which is really, really cool. The Aqua is doing a couple European inaugurals. It will arrive in the US on April 4th, which is awesome. It's going to do some special events in Boston and New York. And then it will be officially christened April 13th, the day after I get back from World America, down in Miami by Emmy Award-winning actor Eric Stonestreet from Modern Family. So if you're excited about some new ships for Norwegian, there you go. You have some options now, which is really, really great. Kim said, our Royal Caribbean mentioned that their casino offers will now only cover one person. Do you think it'll still be worth gambling for one cruise? I did not hear that, Kim. That's really interesting. Meaning that you can't bring somebody? Seems really weird because basically the rooms are double occupancy anyway. So what does that even mean? I don't know. That's interesting. I'll find out more information on that, Kim. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like if they're giving it to one person anyway, adding a second person would basically be port fees and taxes because you're basically what's going on there. So I don't know. Really interesting. Mandy said, I can't wait to go on Aqua end of June 2026. That is awesome. I will be on there in just a few months, so I can't wait. I'll get some video for everybody to be able to see. I am on Aqua in August. I'm on Getaway in June. Lots of Norwegian this year for some reason. I don't know why. Each year I have some like weird different things going on. You never know what ships I'm going to end up on. I wanted to go on Liberty in June, and it was just too expensive. And then by the time I got a casino offer, I forgot to pay for it in like the 2 days. It like went to one of my weird email addresses. So I didn't pay for it in time. And then they wanted to send me to LA on Navigator, which I'm not doing. So it was just, I was trying to avoid flying in June anyway. So now I'm going out of New York on Getaway, which will be great. I'll have a good time. So there you go. Sandy said, don't forget to give John a thumbs up. Thank you very much, Sandy. Much appreciated. Kim said, I'm on the offers page right now, and all of them say cruise fare for one guest in a double occupancy ocean room. Yeah, I think that's pretty standard, Kim. So I think most of the time, from what I can remember, I want to look back at old verbiage, but I think you always had to pay port fees and taxes for the second person. I'll look it up and get more information. Shall see. We shall see. Greg said, John, is there a deadline date for the Mainly Coffee Cruise? There's not. I mean, it's totally up to you whenever you want to go. You still have plenty of time. We still have plenty of space. I will announce over the course of weeks and months if we're running out of space on that ship. But as of right now, that group cruise we're not running. We have plenty of space. We have plenty of space on most of our group cruises, which I didn't think we were going to do any more group cruises. Just a glutton for punishment, but we are. So we're doing that one. We're doing the December Grandiosa cruise. If anybody would like to go with us on Grandiosa, December 6th out of Port Canaveral for AJ's birthday. I think it's December 6th. That ship is very similar to Meraviglia, and then the coffee cruise. And then, of course, next year we're doing Alaska on Discovery Princess in June, which is a 10-day land and sea. You can just book the cruise if you want as well. That one's doing the best of all the group cruises. It's a really cool cruise. So yeah, please come join us on any of those fun group cruises. It's going to be a good time. Tony is going on Liberty May 29th on the 9-day. Tony, that's the one I wanted to go on. I really liked that itinerary. It's really hard for me to do 9 or 10-day cruises, you know, just with life and everything else with the amount of traveling I do. But I liked that one a lot. But then I was going to try to do the 4-day up to Canada on the 17th. I think it's July 17th, something like that. And it sold out. Everything sold out on me. So the Bayonne ones are tough, man. They sell out very quickly. And the prices just get nuts on those. So we shall see. So that's it for cruise news for today. Hopefully everybody has a wonderful Sunday. I am working to try to get somebody on the live stream for this Wednesday. And for the next few Wednesdays, let's try to have some different people. Sandy said, single person offer seems to be for people that don't gamble enough for a 2-person offer from the casino. Most are for 2. I always pay taxes, port fees, gratuities. Got it. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to look it up and try to get more info on that. Tony said, I have no life, so it's easy for me. That's awesome. I just have a dog. Like having a dog is difficult because, it's just coordinating different things. So sometimes that's difficult too. Ken said, thanks for your help in getting my insurance for MSCMA. No problem. My pleasure, Ken. Thank you so much for the business. Much, much, much appreciated. So again, we still have videos coming out. These Divina videos on our channel did not do well. I don't think people care much about the Divina. Independence videos will be coming out in about a week. I have a couple left on Divina. I have to get my butt together on finishing out some of these videos. I was doing really well on editing, and then I took my foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Things are in trouble. So this week we have specialty dining, entertainment, Wi-Fi, all that. And then we'll have the ship tour next week. And then we'll ride that out. And then we'll kick off the Independence of the Seas videos, which will go for a couple weeks. And then right into Prima. So we have Prima coming up. And then I have Icon. AJ and Sarah from our team are going to... on a Princess in June, and then I'll be doing Getaway. So we got a lot of fun things coming out. So hopefully these videos will do better. The Independence ones, people will care about it. I don't know why people don't like Divina. It's pretty funny. But thanks, everyone. Hopefully you have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend. Tony said, have a great day, everyone. St. John's is Big East champ. They sure are. First time in a quarter of a century, St. John's won the Big East. Duke won the ACC. Today is Selection Sunday. Enjoy your March Madness Selection Sunday this evening. Hope everybody has a great day. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thanks, everyone. Happy cruising. Bye.